Welcome to the Business English Vocabulary Builder. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about a few new idioms, and so let's just get this started with right now. Alright, what is the first idiom of today? He who pays the piper, he who pays the piper calls the tune. Now this basically means the one who actually funds us the things, like let's say the person of the hospital who goes ahead and gives us the funding to keep this hospital actually has a say, has the right to have a say into the decision of into whatever's happening in the hospital as well too. Next up we have hit a nail on the head. This basically means you've got the perfect answer. When you hit the nail on the head, you've got a perfect answer, like the answer that you really need right now. Next up, hold purse strings. When you're holding purse strings, that just basically means you're keeping a strict control over your money. And when you have that strict control over your money, well, you know why it's happening. Next up, we have hold one's ground. When someone's holding their ground, at least in debate and competition, that person is literally going ahead and refusing to back down. Next up, we have hold your houses. Now, when you're holding houses, that basically, hold your horses. That makes more sense. Horses. That basically means. Now, when you hold your horses, that basically means you go ahead and you're hesitating, waiting for a moment, which is great if you're in the situation of someone before. Which is great if you're in the situation which does not require quick thinking currently. Alright, next up we have in a nutshell. Now, in a nutshell means to condense into basic facts. See what I did there? Next up we have in for a penny, in for a pound. Now, this basically means that you go ahead and you're willing to see a project to go through to its very end, and you are willing to help and do anything to make sure that happens. Next up, we have in full swing. Now, when something's in full swing, that means it's literally in progress right now. Then we have in hot water. Now, when you're in hot water, that basically means you're in trouble for doing something that you probably shouldn't have done. And the black basically means you went ahead and you have some money and you are not in debt. And next up we'll have in the dark. Now, in the dark basically means when someone's in the dark, it basically means that person has some information that is withheld. And when you're in the doghouse, that basically means you are basically in trouble and or in disfavor. Next up you have in the driver's seat. That basically means you are in control of that situation and or the process as well too. Now, yeah. Next up you have in or out of the loop. That basically means you went ahead and you're kept informed and you're updated. And when you're of course or out of the loop, well, that means you're not updated. Now, when you're in the money, that basically means when something's in the money, that thing can earn a profit, but doesn't mean it will earn a profit. Alright, next up we have it's a gold mine. Now, when something's a gold mine, that means a lot of profits can be earned from that thing. Say Twitter. Next up we have it's a ripoff. Now, when something's a ripoff, that basically means it's expensive and or poor in value for the money. This makes a lot of sense if you ask me. Next up you have it's a steal. That basically means something is a very good bargain. It's literally the opposite of it's a ripoff. Next up we have it's not rocket science. Now, when something's not rocket science, that basically means it's not hard to understand or undertake something as well too. Alright, next up we have jump the gun. Now, when you've jumped the gun, that basically means you went ahead and you started before you probably should. You know, athletes are disqualified sometimes when they go ahead and start off before they even shoot the gun to this firing signal. Next time we have jump through hoops. Now, when jumping through hoops, that basically means you have to go through a bunch of complicated tasks. You have to do a bunch of complicated tasks to actually complete something. Now, when you're jumping or climbing on the bandwagon, that basically means they went ahead and started doing something successful because other people were doing it as well too. it's like you follow a trend or something. Next up, you have keep one's eye on the ball. Now, when you kept one's eye on the ball, that basically means you went ahead and you kept your attention on the task at hand. And then next up, we have keep one's eye on the prize. That basically means you went ahead and you're, going ahead, remembering the reason why you're doing that something as well too. And then next up we have keep pace. Now when you keep pace, that basically means you are able to go at the same speed as other people. Now when you keep someone on their toes, that basically means you stretch someone in their abilities and or their skills. And then we have keep someone updated. Now when you've kept someone updated, that basically means you have to keep someone aware of the facts of something. Then you have keep under wraps. When you kept something under wraps, that basically means you kept that thing a little secret. And then you have keep someone sweet. Now, when you kept someone sweet, that basically means you kept that person happy as well too. When you keep your head above water, that basically means you went ahead and you were able to survive a difficult situation without actually being overwhelmed. And finally, we have kickback. Now, when you kick back in a business terms, that basically means there's a sudden repelling force. And with that, we've ended today's business English idioms that, people should know. Business English Vocabulary Builder. I hope to see you guys soon, and so until next time, Shannon out, peace. Bye-bye. He who pays the piper calls the tune. Hit the nail on the head. Hold purse strings, hold one's ground, hold your horses. In a nutshell, in for a penny, in for a pound, in full swing, in hot water, in the black, in the dark, in the doghouse, in the driver's seat, in or out of the loop, in the money. It's the gold mine. It's a rip-off. It's a steal. It's not rocket science. Jump the gun. Jump through hoops, jumping or climbing on the bandwagon. Keep one's eye on the ball. Keep one's eye on the prize. Keep pace. Keep someone on their toes. Keep someone updated. Keep under wraps. Keep someone sweet. Keep your head above water. Kick back.